batter. Petty, don't matter. Far as that teller, I pray to God they rat-a-tattle. Hey, what's a rapper? I started off that, now I'm better. I get capital. I help my people to get cheddar. I do business. Look here, stay out my business. I'm so iceberg slimish, stainless, not a blemish. I should've been to prison. No boy remorse, no cases pinned. I got the rolling flooded, soaking wet, but ain't been swimming. I'm the man now, ain't I work a plan now, can't I? I remember when you lame player, hated a player, now the same lame player. They call a player male. Say, what you talking that funky, dip about my face, wearing that monkey, not that might give you life advice. Get some money, 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 get some money.
First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the Detroit Lions. Set to go, Younghoe Koo ready to do the honors. And we are underway from Ford Field. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Right back to him on first down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. The Lions at 11-2 now, and they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he takes this one in for the Lions. Touchdown. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one, out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Now a play fake here on first down. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Here's a give to Dobbins running right. Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. And this defense for the Lions, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak, and what's working in their favor, the winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll set up a throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there. With now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Falcons respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule. But you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. He'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
He's going to air it out deep for Matthews. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. Really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
For a tight end, he's got good straight-line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On third down, here's Dobbins. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 7-7, our score after 1. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier. Was bidding for a 2nd. And they'll run again. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7.
14, Lions 7.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Clark. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big play there on the catch and run. 36 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Clark. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified. I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
They go play action here on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
The Falcons on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw here. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. So after 2 1st downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
18 level.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
19 Lions. 7 Pirates.
set up to throw. And complete to Drake London. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 37. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff running through the middle. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Riggs, back in 60. 70 Ranger.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He finds his man, complete. It's Barnett. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 18. 19 yards that time for number 19. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Cut 19.
They'll send the tight end in motion. 2nd and 13. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Aiden Hutchinson in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there. Saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this one a 41-yard attempt. Koo knocks this one through the post. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A dime look defensively for the Lions on 3rd. They're going to look to throw. Steps away to his left. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
79 Broncos. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats. Panther 11. Panther 11. Go, Reed. Go.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
And that was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart, because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. 67 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. He'll drop to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Julian Okwara coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
On play action, they'll throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one. Right.
He's got a man complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big gain.
Okay,
so the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14.
19 Tiger.
Operating from the gun, Clark. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Lorenzo Carter charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
60. 18,
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. The last series for them a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. With the back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And Matthews has it right side. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 77 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw near to a 1,500-yard campaign. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he stopped immediately there. Tackle made by Chase Young. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends are like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain. I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Chase Young drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Here we go. Ready.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have made it a 1-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit. And you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Hey,
back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Barnett. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Tag him 60. Tag him straight. Tag him straight.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Second and 9. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Oh, and that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Falcons have just about sewn up this football game.
When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. He's got a man, complete.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
153 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Right back to him on 1st down.
Montez Sweat with a tackle.
I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. He'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Well, this ball game was close throughout. Remember, it was neck and neck at intermission, neck and neck at the end, but a great job to come in here in a tough environment, Charles, and get the victory.
Yeah, tough environment indeed. How about all the people we can hear shouting from their seats right below us, partner? They weren't real happy that their team didn't keep the home field. How about how these visitors came in, calm every step of the way, even with all the pressure, and found a way to get out of here with a win.
So for the Falcons, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Meanwhile, for Detroit, it's a loss that could hurt come playoff seeding time as they fall to 11-3. And they'll try and turn things around next week.